Hello and welcome to First Local. I'm Renee Lecousier. Today we're on location at the Aikido Network in Byron, taking a look at some self-defense techniques. Welcome to the show. Today we're on location at Aikido Network in Byron, and we're speaking with head instructor Derek Binder. So Derek, tell us a little bit about Aikido for people that don't know too much about it.
Okay, Aikido is not just a martial art, but it's a development of mind, body, and spirit as one. It has to do a lot with joint locks, throws, and basically neutralizing violence.
And we'll see a few examples of that a little later on, but tell us how you got started.
I got started, I was training in other martial arts, and I saw in the dojo that I was training in, this old man was taking down a much larger man with his thumb and his finger. And I thought, well, that's kind of interesting. So I went over and I looked, and then I instantly became a student of Aikido.
Okay, and when did Aikido become popular? Has it always been, or?
It's not really a popular martial art. It's only been popular since Steven Seagal has been out in the movies. But mostly people really don't know what it's like. Yeah.
And who takes it? Who trains in it?
A lot of people train in Aikido, actually. Ontario is a good center for Aikido, other than Japan. They call us the second Japan. Oh. Yeah, in Ontario. Okay.
Yeah. And like what age groups?
We start from 5 kids classes until 12, and then the adult classes start at 13 to, our oldest student is 71.
Wow, and do you think it's grown in the last little while, or do you think it's basically about the same?
It has grown, because people are getting a knowledge of it. They're on the internet, they're finding out what this Aikido is, maybe an alternative to other martial arts. It's something that you can do at any age.
Okay. And what about the steps that it takes? Is there certain levels? Is there certain belts that you get?
Yes, we have Q levels that are marked by colored belts. Yeah.
Okay, and how many different levels?
First we start with white belt, yellow, orange, green, brown, and black.
Welcome back. We're speaking with Derek Binder of the Aikido Network in Byron. Tell us what Aikido means.
Directly translated, Aikido means harmony, energy, way. It's a Japanese martial art where we neutralize violence. And
a lot of people are used to something like karate where they kick and punch. You do none of that?
No, we don't. We do train in kicking and punching just to show what an attack would look like. But basically what we do is we take the energy and we use circular motion to take it to the ground.
Okay. So behind us we have some of your students that will show us some of the moves.
Right. Okay. So today, Sean and Keith, they're going to show how when someone goes to stab you, pretend they're going to hit you over the head or stab. Shomanuchi ikajo osai ich, Sean is shite. Okay, so we always bow before to pay respect. And what Sean's going to do is he's going to get a reaction out of Keith. So he's going to pretend that he's going to hit him on the head. And Keith is going to block. Go ahead. Good. With this, Sean takes his energy and takes Keith around to the ground. Now, from here, if Keith tries to stand up, Sean will take his balance and then takes him right to the ground. Everything in Aikido comes to an end. It's very tactical, so neutralizing violence. If Keith tries to get up here when Sean pins him, it's impossible because the way he has manipulated his joints. That's where the neutralization of violence comes in handy. So now we're going to do a front punch. Sean will punch Keith, attempt to punch him in the center mass, and Keith is going to do reverse hand, which we call. It's a popular police technique that we train the officers in as well. Go ahead. Sean does a jump in the air, and Keith is going to pin Sean to the ground using a different pin. Keith is using his weight down on the shoulder, so Sean is immobilized. And the harder he tries to get out, the worse the pain is. It's kind of like a fly getting caught in a spider's web. The harder it tries to get out, the worse it is to really get out.
So the actual taking down motion, is that painful, or just when they try to get out?
It's not painful on the way down when you learn Aikido how to fall properly and how the body works. However, when the person tries to get up, it's impossible to, because we have such an energy flow through the body that locks the joints and immobilizes them.
Welcome back to the Aikido Network. We're speaking with Derek Binder. So Derek, tell us a little bit about what you're wearing.
Okay, this is Aikido attire. This is called a hakama. Okay, represents what the samurais wore back in the samurai days. This was armor though. Now we just use cloth. And what they are is just big pants. And what they're to do these days is to hide the knees so your opponent can't see, or your partner can't see which way you're moving or if your hips are square or anything like that. So it's more of a magical thing now. Yeah.
Okay, and maybe some of your students can show us some more techniques.
Okay, well here we have Teresa and Keith. We also have a women's self-protection course and personal safety, and what's going to happen here, Keith is going to push Teresa down. We're going to show you what you could do on the ground when someone throws you down and jumps on top of you. So Keith is going to push Teresa. Go ahead. Good. She wants to take him down. She's going to lock one side up and throw him over. Now you'll notice that Keith is much larger than Teresa, but she's using her mind, her body, and her spirit as one, but also she's learning the technique. She's using the technique that can usually win over someone who likes to brawl. Okay? So let's try that again. Push, and all in one now. So Keith tries to jump on top, Teresa locks up and throws him away. And then at this point she could run away and what have you. So what we'll do now is a arm bar. Keith is going to come up behind Teresa and give her an arm bar. She's going to neutralize this violence here. So she's going to come around, get him into a choke, and take him down to the ground and choke him. And this renders him helpless.
And what are we looking at now?
This is going to come from a choke. A lot of attackers use a choke as a way of controlling a potential victim, what we say is a target. Keith is going to choke Teresa, nice and hard. Go ahead, Keith. And Teresa's going to use his energy and throw him and run.
Welcome back to the show. Today we're on location at Aikido Network in Byron, speaking with head instructor Derek Binder. And a situation that may arise that we hope never does is getting attacked on the street. So now you're going to show us some techniques to help neutralize the attacker.
Yeah, what we're going to show you is a few simple techniques that do not require strength, but do require spirit. And what I mean by that is you have to be determined in your head that you are going to win and you're not going to be a victim, okay, even though someone has chosen you, okay? So here, Sean is going to grab Teresa in a choke fashion, okay, and he's really going to choke her. She's going to use his joints to manipulate him down to the ground, to essentially just take him down to the ground, then she could run away if she needed to, okay? The next one, Sean is going to grab her wrist and try to push her, sort of bully her. She's going to grab it, sends a psychological message to the attacker like, oh, now that person has me, and take him right down. You can see the circular motion and the energy that she uses because she is smaller. Okay, now we're going to go to another technique where Sean is going to grab Keith in the chest and try to control him. But you'll see what Keith is going to do. This is called Munamochi Hijishime Ni. In English, that means chest grasp, elbow lock number 2. So go ahead. Sean is going to grab. Keith is going to distract Sean by just giving him a little hit and then grab his wrist, turn it over, which turns his shoulder over, and locks him up. From here, Sean cannot get out of this. It's neutralizing violence, like we've said before.
And here at the Aikido Network, you guys have a lot of great self-defense techniques and courses, and you also have an anti-bullying program.
Yeah, we have something called the CABS program, which has been very popular this year. You might find me at the libraries training children how to become more confident. It's called the CABS program, which means Child Anti-Bullying and Stranger Safety Program. So we show the kids how to deal with strangers when the parents aren't around, how also on the schoolyard when a bully is harassing them, verbally or physically, how to deal with that.
Thanks for watching the show today. Hope you learned a little something about Aikido. For more information, call the number at the bottom of the screen.